E-R. We're honored to also have members of Jamie Kloss's family that will be joining us today. The sisters of Denise Kloss, Jennifer Smith, common spelling for Smith, and Susie Allard, A-L-L-A-R-D. Jamie's aunts will say a few words on behalf of the family. The Kloss family will not be taking questions. However, they do express their sincere appreciation for privacy during this difficult time. The overall press conference will be wrapping up with Q&A with Sheriff Fitzgerald. This is your 5-minute warning. We'll be back shortly.
More, or is that good? 30 seconds. 28 seconds. 25. He's done it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Not done that. Thanks, man.
Welcome and thank you for attending. I'm again joined by our partners, FBI Special Agent in Charge Justin Tolomeo and Chris DeReamer, Special Agent in Charge of the Wisconsin Department of Criminal Investigation. Once again, I want to take this time to thank the community for their continued support and prayers for the safe return of Jamie. We'd like to brief you on our investigative efforts so far. This remains an active investigation and we follow up on every tip. We've received over 1,550 tips from our community and across the nation. We've closed 1,250 of them. Sightings of Jamie, you should call 911. If you're on Highway 8 at the time of the call, early Monday morning, October 15th, between 12:30 a.m. and 1:30 a.m., we are asking you to call into our tip line so you can help in this investigation. I want to thank the over 2,000 people that came out yesterday to help with the search. This is truly an uplifting experience for myself and the rest of the law enforcement agents working this case. As of today, no items of evidentiary value were recovered during our search, but our evidence teams continue to look over those items. Also at this time, we're reviewing the area that was being searched, and our investigative team lead team is looking to see if more areas need to be searched. At this time, we will not be searching any more areas. Next, I want to introduce Jennifer Smith, aunt of Jamie, for a short statement.
We would like to thank the community for their continued love and support of our family during this extremely difficult time. It was amazing to see the outpouring of love at the vigil the other night for our sweet Jamie. Jamie, not a moment goes by when we aren't thinking of you and praying for you. Your family and friends miss you so much. Your sparkling eyes, your bright smile, your soft little giggles. Your dog Molly is waiting for you. She's sleeping in one of your sweatshirts and will only eat chicken. Grandpa needs new artwork on his fridge. Aunt Susie wants to go jogging in the park with you, and I want that girls' shopping date we planned. I even brought your favorite iced coffee with me today. To whoever may know where Jamie is, please contact the Barron County Sheriff Department. Jamie, we need you here with us to fill that hole we have in our hearts. We all love you to the moon and back, and we will never stop looking for you.
Thank you, Jennifer and family, for your words to help bring Jamie home. Next, I'd like to introduce Special Agent in Charge Justin Tolomeo for a statement.
Thank you, Sheriff, and thank you to the Kloss family relatives for those very moving words. Again, I am Justin Tolomeo, the Special Agent in charge of the FBI's Milwaukee Division. The FBI wasn't a large part of the Barron County community prior to Jamie's disappearance, but we truly feel like we are now. Like everyone here, we want to bring Jamie home. We stand together with our state and local law enforcement partners working day and night to find Jamie. To encourage anyone who may have details about Jamie's disappearance to come forward, we are now offering a reward of $25,000 for information that directly relates to her location. So please, if you have information, we want to hear from you. Call the tip line, 1-855-744-3879. I'd like to end by thanking everyone in Barron County and across the nation for your support for law enforcement and helping us find Jamie.
Thank you, Special Agent in Charge Tolomeo. I can't thank the FBI, DCI, all of our local partners for the efforts put forth to find Jamie. We continue to have 200 law enforcement officers on the ground every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to solve this crime. This crime doesn't get solved without the partnerships of both law enforcement and this community. So we ask you to continue to call that tip line with any tip, any change in behavior, anything out of the ordinary to help us bring Jamie home. That tip line again is 1-855-744-3879. I'll be able to take a couple short questions.
Sheriff, do you believe yesterday the registration process of those volunteers, was that standard operating procedure, or is there a belief that the killer could be among the community?
That is a standard operating procedure for record keeping, and it becomes part of the investigation.
Sure.
Yes.
You know, we've had about 2,000 that were here yesterday searching, and a lot of searching has been just here in the area that we have seen. I guess if you mentioned how much of the search has even gone to other states, and since we're this far north, has it gone to other agencies outside the United States?
No, the only thing outside of Barron County has been tips that we follow up on from local FBI agents, local DCI agents, and local law enforcement have assisted us across the nation.
Sheriff, are you any closer to identifying details of a person or a suspect?
At this time, we are not, but as I said, there's 200 people in this building behind me combing over evidence still, looking at things that were picked up yesterday, looking at video, continuing to review that 911 call, and I know we keep going back to that, but any tip can bring Jamie home at any one time, and I can't stress that enough.
Sheriff?
Yes.
Following up on that other question, there are billboards in other states. Do you have any reason to believe that she has been taken out of this area?
We don't know that answer. That's why we made this a nationwide search. And we can't thank the billboard companies enough. The gas stations have her picture up, the trucking companies. We've done radio shows, Sirius radio, trucking shows. Anybody out there with any information should call our tip line.
Sheriff, any specific evidence that there was obviously a very emotional plea there directed to Jamie. You have continued to say she's alive, she's out there. Is there any just shred of evidence that has proven that point in the last 10 days?
I won't comment on that, but we believe Jamie's out there. Jamie's endangered, and we need to bring a 13-year-old girl home.
Sure.
Yes.
The FBI guy, please. Question. So you're saying through all the forensics that you've done up to this point, you've not been able to come up with a single suspect? And if not, what is your next step forensically to try to establish and maybe come up with a suspect?
Well, that's a joint answer because the forensics are being worked by all agencies involved, and we continue to look at that information and assess it. And when we have a viable avenue, we will follow it.
So you're saying no suspect?
I'm not saying what we have, sir. I'm saying what we're doing.
But no suspect then?
Again, sir, I'm not saying what we having. I'm saying what we're doing.
Sheriff, any credibility to the conversation this woman had with some locals in town 2 weeks before Jamie's disappearance at this gas station? It was printed in a couple of online publications.
We continue to follow up on leads just like that, and I'm not able to comment on it.
Anything from the cars? I'm curious why your office has at least still pictures of these cars that you've been discussing, if not the actual surveillance itself.
Our evidence team felt that those photos that we released were what we were looking for because we had such a large make and model year span that they wanted to release stock photos. That came from our evidence team.
Yeah, Sheriff, anything on those vehicles?
There's a lot of tips coming in on the vehicles. I would say probably since we released that, the last uptick in tips have been due to the vehicles and locations and sightings.
But don't
yes.
have 2 vehicles.
Today we saw some items being taken out of the house. One of them a mattress. What happens to that? Does that become evidence? What is that process?
Yeah, we had another evidence team go back out to the scene today to make sure we didn't miss anything. As we said, we keep combing over evidence, looking for new things. We had a new team, a new set of eyes come in today and go over that house one more time to make sure nothing was missed. They did remove some items, and those are being processed to see if there's any new items of evidence.
Have you been able to determine whether, at this point, through the evidence you gathered, whether it's somebody known to Jamie or not known?
As soon as we know that, you'll be the first to know.
Sheriff, that's a follow-up on that question about you said a new team is coming on in for evidence that was taken out today. How much does it help to have a fresh set of eyes? Take a look at that scene to come on in that hasn't been seen for the last 9 or 10 days.
Well, and that's why we did that today. That's exactly the reason why we continue to bring fresh eyes, and when we have to rotate people out. We've had people here for days, and that also brings them up to speed with the case. So when that comes in, we look at that. We said, let's try this piece of evidence, and then our evidence team goes over it.
Sure.
Yes.
The other day, you said that of the other day, it was 1,300 tips. Of those, 1,100 had been closed out, and you got a new number today for of the 1,550 tips. How many have been?
1,250 have been closed out.
Sheriff, have you closed off any further looking at the terrain around the area? I mean, weather's going to become an issue now. Are you done with that as far as what you think might be?
We're reviewing both the terrain and the weather. That's part of our meetings that we have with our evidence team, and we continue to look at things like that.
But do you think you're done with that?
At this time, our evidence team and our tip have don't require us to go out and search, but they continue to review that with every new tip that comes in.
You talked about cars on the road that you want to hear from. Is there a direction of travel? Anything else that you can?
We asked for both directions. Thank you for that clarification. Again, we're looking for anybody that was on Highway 8 on that early Monday morning from 12:30 to 1:30 to help us with that investigation. Again, you're not a suspect. You're maybe had seen something on the side of the road that you don't realize you've seen. That's why we ask for any tip that come in. Please use that tip line. Changes in behavior, changes in driving, changes in vehicles. So, but thank you. We'll give you updates tomorrow via Facebook, and again, the reward portion will stay out here for your photos. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff.
We have copies of that missing person's poster.
The women were whose
relative? Who are they? Mother or the father? I'm sorry, I may not have. Whoops, sorry. Yep, no problem.
Joe, are you done with your mic? I'll pull it. Oh, yeah, I can pull it for you. There you go. No problem.